If you've just picked up an NC Miata, or if you think yours may just need a small refresh, this video is for you. I recently just picked up a high mileage 2006 NC Miata. Check out my video if you haven't seen it, that I'm working on making into a nice street/track build. And I wanted to bring it up to date while also fixing some minor things and doing some precautionary repairs. In this video, I'm going to cover 9 budget-friendly items that enhance your daily experience, all in 9 minutes. So let's go.
I got rid of the horrible OEM antenna, and I got this little stubby one from Amazon, and it came with this little kind of adapter or whatever, and literally just gonna screw it on. It's not my favorite looking, but it looks a lot nicer than the one that it came with, and just tighten it and looks a lot better. Next up, I am replacing this with the solid bushing. So this is kind of like a rubbery bushing. I think I did these on my other Miata, and they kind of add a nice solid feel to the door, but apparently they also kind of hold the door in place a little bit more to reduce some of the body roll or any kind of flex in the car. So I'm going to do that real quick. It's simple as taking these screws out. It takes a little bit of effort and putting those in, so let's do that real quick. Okay, so it's in, so let's see if this actually closes. Oh yeah, it sounds much better. It doesn't sound as clunky, I guess. Could be a placebo, but I know it works because a lot of people swear by it. So I'm just gonna tighten these. Same thing on this side. Just unscrew and put the new one in. That bottom one's giving me a little bit of a struggle, and I'm starting to strip it, so I'm gonna try to find a different screwdriver. Okay, so I'm done. This is also a size 10, so I can actually just use a size 10 socket to take this off. Don't really know the torque spec. I'm sure somebody could tell me, but just hand tightened them, and they feel pretty good. So I'm going to do that to the other side too with this 10.
The factory interior lighting feels like one of those old office buildings from the 80s or 70s where it's been smoked in a lot. So I decided to go ahead and change it and just got one of these bright white bulbs. I don't like really cool temperature bulbs, so these ones are a good mix, and it modernizes the interior quite a bit, and it's a super easy install.
Alright, so next up is adding an aux cable to my head unit here. I'm not replacing the head unit just yet, so I just got this piece on Amazon. So I think I read that you take this off, there's a screw back there that you need to get to, and then you pop off these panels and then a couple of screws there, and the head unit comes right off. So let me get all that off. Alright, so the screw you need to get into, so I took that plate off right here. It's hard to see it, but it's that one right there. Yep, that's the one. So I think you just basically need to put in a couple extensions, and I think it's a 10, so it should be pretty easy. Of course, I got it off and it fell somewhere in there, so now I'm gonna have to find it. I don't really even need my trim tool. I'm just grabbing it from back here and snapping it out of place. I just gotta remove these screws on the side. Here is the little piece that I ordered, and this side just plugs into the back of the stereo, so I'm going to try to reach in there. It's barely coming out, so I don't want to screw it up or anything. So, and that gives me an aux input right here, and I will show you what I'm going to use to try to run my phone through it. Here you can see I got it plugged in right there. So we're going to test it before I put everything back together. Alright, finally got it. I think the antenna got disconnected. I literally never listen to the radio, so when I get the doubled in, I'll replace it. But I just fed the line through here, and it actually pops out down here. So here's the aux cable. I'll figure out what to do with this in a second. So here's the current setup. I have the line coming out right here. I just kind of tucked it, and this is the aux cable, and on top of that I have this little adapter. It's a two-way splitter kind of adapter, and one actually plugs into an aux cable. So this is for a phone that does not have a headphone jack, and my Galaxy Fold does not. And then the other part of this split is actually a power port. So now I can run a USB cable to power my phone while also getting audio. So I also got this disc mount, CD mount right here. So I put my phone here, I plug this in, and only one thing goes into my phone, and I'm getting it charged, and I'm getting audio through the media outlet. Sorry for the glare. This thing is awesome, and I will post the Amazon link for this one below as well.
Front plates are ugly, and in some states, you don't even need them. Unfortunately, my Miata came with a bracket that was riveted into the bumper. There may be other ways to remove this, but I just took a drill to it, and it worked. Next, I'm going to purchase some plugs and touch-up paint to hide the holes as much as I can. This already looks a lot better. Replacing an air filter is one of the easiest and cheapest things you can do. It keeps your engine running well, and it just keeps breathing properly. So just go do it. It's super easy, it's super cheap, and although you don't see me changing it here, it takes maybe 20 seconds. Go do it. The OEM coolant expansion tank on the NC Miata is one of the biggest problems that this car has, and has caused a lot of failed engines. So go ahead and replace it, especially if yours looks like it's brittling away at the top. Mine was, so I went and replaced it with this one from Amazon, and it works really well. It's actually got more functionality, and I really like the quality, so check it out.
There is the Amazon coolant tank installed, and it's actually really nice and solid. It's got a little indicator of how much fluid you have. Everything lines up, and it fits really well. Make sure you watch the videos of how to install it. It's actually really easy, and make sure you know how to bleed it. And this is the fluid that I used, the Xerox Green.
My NC Miata has 186,000 miles on it. I have no idea when the spark plugs were last done, but it's cheap enough and easy enough to go ahead and replace on this car. It's one of the easiest spark plug jobs I've ever done. It doesn't take very long, and just make sure you have the right tools. I personally prefer the NGK Iridium line.
Alright, so next I am attacking the power steering pump because it's making a lot of noise. It's super loud. I just got the intake out of there. I'm going to move this power steering reservoir and try to get into the tensioner there, loosen this up, take the throttle body off, etc., and replace it with this aftermarket one that I hope works. Okay, so here is the old power steering pump. I got it disassembled out of the car, took off the little pipe. I feel like maybe this washer is what's causing the leak. It's really hardened up and it's kind of cramped down. So I'm gonna try to replace this with one with a O'Reilly kit, but let's see. Okay, so I used one of my little video game screw kit things or whatever, and I got the gasket off. The gasket is rock hard. First I gotta find a gasket. I have this little gasket set from O'Reilly, so hopefully this does the trick. It looks a little thicker than the other one, but maybe the other one was like this too and it ended up getting crushed. So we're gonna try it. Let's go. Okay, we are gonna start this up. Oh, it's so much quieter. Oh my God, it's awesome. I don't immediately see any leaks. I will top this off in a second, but the pump works.
So that concludes my 9 changes, fixes, and mods in 9 minutes. I highly recommend each of these items, as needed. Now that I've got it running okay though, the next video will focus on some of the good stuff, like coilovers, wheels, tires. So thanks for watching and stay tuned because there's a lot more to come on this car.